Welcome back, and we want to create connections between, we want to place cleats that will be connecting our guts or purlins to the columns. Now, prior to that, let's first of all finalize or add some guts here. So we'll follow the same process. I'll minimize that, then I'll scroll down where we were, and structural members, if you come there, you'll be able to create guts. So we want to add some guides from that spot to this spot here. We have that in place, and the system has detected this. There's a split. There's a connection here of two columns. So we'll pick another one there and take it all the way from that spot to the far end. So you can always notice that we have to rectify some of our piling settings or spacing. So let me just come here and pick this one also, and we'll have the purlins in place. So prior to going ahead, let me just right click and terminate that command. And first of all, let's edit this by selecting any purlin there and press letter M on the keyboard and enter. So once we've entered that, that will bring to us the editor dialog box for the guts. So we'll have to give some offset distances there, and key in the interval distance center to center of the purlins, then key in some offset from the top there and click OK. So we've done so, and we have that in place. So we have to do the same here, and just click in here and enter on our keyboard, and press letter M and enter on your keyboard to bring the editor or dialog box. So from here we'll do the same thing. We just give an offset of 400 here and give an offset of 400 on top there, and give the utmost distance center to center distance there of a meter. Then click apply and give it an OK. So we have our purlins or guts in place. So we'll do the same thing here, because only need some purlins, some guts on this side, and guts on this side, and guts on that side. So I'll come here and do the same thing. I'll pick on that member and pick on this member to place purlins there. So again, I'll come here and select on that and select on this to create, bring in some purlins right there. So let me pick on this member also and pick on that column, and we'll have our purlins in place. So let me just go ahead and start editing, or keying in some offset distances that we need here. Like in this particular case, there's no way we can connect this to this next to this stiffener. So I'm going to just to pick that purlin, then enter on my keyboard, press letter M and enter on my keyboard like that, and give some time to bring the editor dialog box. Then we feed in our offset distances there. So in here, as usual, we'll key in 400, and on top there we'll key in 400, 400, not 700, and define utmost distances between center to center of the purlins. I'll prefer 1 meter center to center. I'll click OK. So you can see we have an offset from the clash point between the stiffener and this purlin. It has been taken up by 400 millimeters. So let me just go ahead and click OK. So once I've done so, I'm targeting the top end purlin on the side of this gable. So I can just pick any purlin here or guts here, and just press letter M and press enter on my keyboard and access our editor dialog box. From there, we'll be able to edit this further. So let me just key in 400 right there, and come in here and key in 400 and give the center distances of 1 meter center to center of the guts. So I have that in place. So you can see we have the purlins in place, but it's not yet complete. Now we have some purlin guts that we need to place. So I'll pick on that spot, and I want to start it from that spot and come all the way to this far end. So we can always join the guts, and we can just stretch them all to this far end here, and we place another one there. So in between here, we'll find a way how we can maneuver with the connection of the purlins together, and how we can weld them or connect them to the struts, so that we find a surface that will support our iron sheets. So once we've done so, it's very easy. So the key point here, just to show you how we can create the cleat connection between the purlins or the guts and the columns. So let's just press Control A just to select everything. So let me just zoom close so that you'll see the process taking effect. So I'm going to use IntelliConnect to create connection for the pilots instead of clicking one by one. It will be a total wastage of time, and the time is key. And let me just come to IntelliConnect here. So under IntelliConnect here, we have various connections. We have, if you want to create connection clips for the pilots, if you want to create cleats for the guards, you can go ahead and do that. So in our case, we want to create cleats for the guards. So let me just click on the guards right there. So once I've clicked on the guard, I'll check this auto and pick the type of or connection of my preference here. You have all this. So I'll leave it at auto. The system just to decide which type is super appropriate for us. So I've clicked auto. So I'll just go ahead and click next. So under next, I'll add an overlap on the far end of our balance. I can allow that of 100 mm extension. So I just give it an OK by clicking run. So if I click run, you'll be able to see the process starts immediately. You can see connecting nodes here with the right nodes on the column. So we'll just give it some time to process that information. Then we'll come back and see when the connection has been done. For the time being, you can see the process taking place, the connection being applied, and I think you'll be able to enjoy that if you start doing that by yourself using COMOSYS, a very interesting tool to apply in detailing and and also analysis. But analysis using COMOSYS will prepare a separate topic for that, and I'll take you through step by step on how you can perform structural analysis, and we'll handle that step by step together. So let's give some time to process this information by creating the cleats between the columns and the guards. So let's wait and see. So here we are. You can see the connections have been created, and if you take a look on the information we have here, we have all these. Everything is done, and time taken. You can see that, and everything has been done. There's no error at all. And if you scroll down, you can see everything has been done. If you bring this close, you can see we could not connect this and that. You can also always track that and rectify. So if I click close, I'll be able to, if I click on empty screen, you'll be able to see. If I zoom close, you'll be able to see we have cleats already placed and everything in place. So if I zoom out once again and target this far end here, you can see we have a connection here and we have connections here. You can see very interesting. So you can see there's some little bit of errors that we need to comb by adjusting, keying the offsets downward so that the cleat can find its way in appropriate manner. And you can see here we have a connection here, nicely done, and option we left to this to the system to suggest for us which is the appropriate cleat to apply. So you can see this one has been keyed, has been created, but you see the errors that were popping up, these errors that indicate this one has not been connected. So it's always advisable you follow up and do some manually, which is not bad to me, because imagine this amount of work, you going step by step and clicking frame by frame. You can spend the whole weeks and months here. So you remember this kind of structure can be done in hours or in just within minutes, like 30 minutes, you're done with this particular structure. So I'm taking a little bit of time because I'm trying to elaborate on the some different workflows that you can follow in coming up with this type of work structure. So it's very simple and very interesting to use COMOSYS. So you can see that has been created and nicely done, and space has been considered, and you can see this is fantastic, and I hope you'll try that by yourself in COMOSYS. And you can see with some sort of errors that you'll have to sort out by adjusting the offset distances of the purlins, and that will be rectified. Now that's all about purlins and guards connection. So remember the purlins on the rooftop. That one will do a different video or training regarding that. So let's end on that spot, and let's meet then. Bye bye, and try this. Remember, please don't forget to try this by yourself. Even if you don't have COMOSYS license, you can always inquire or reach out to me. I can organize for you a trial license so that you can practice that. Or you can, if you can also always reach me out and we can talk about on how you can get a license of either a year or a perpetual license. So feel free to reach me out if you don't have access to COMOSYS, and so that you can try it by yourself. Bye bye, and let's meet then. This is Maurice Dimba. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let's meet then.